I need to bring up the fact that you are, pause, a very hot artist.
Thank you.
I'd say bubbling up on the rise soon enough. It's no dispute in that whatsoever, because not just La Muerte No Avisa, but just in general, I'd like to put it out there that, shouts to Know It All. He's the link as far as me getting to know who you are, and me being able to see you at Scaring the Hose.
Shouts to know, for sure.
However long ago that was. But it was also summertime. It was also hot, and we were all sweaty. But and in the Bronx, so of course smelly too with that. But I'm glad to say that getting to know Wolf, I've really been able to see how a show is pieced together as far as the presence, the way you command everything, the way you flow song for song, track for track, pretty much bring up any project, get a little banter in between. One of the funnier artists too, in between songs. So in between your sets, get your sets up. That's what I'm trying to say. Get your sets up, because, you don't want to go between each song like, oh yeah, this is my next one from I don't even know what, some freestyle. So I wrote this while shitting on the train. I don't know, something like that on the way here. No, you put your whole fucking ass into it, pretty much, your whole body into it, as far as like being funny. You're funny already too, but then you just happen to do this rap thing, which is so great. So what got you into kind of locking in the way you do your shows, because it's so unique?
It's like more funny looking than anything, you feel me? Don't get it twisted. But it's just like, how do I say, like dead air is a fucking is deaf. Deaf to an artist, deaf to a DJ, deaf to anybody performing and shit, right? So it's like you gotta fill in the dead space with whatever, and what better way than to, like make people laugh. But not only make people laugh, but include people and shit, right? Like what I used to do, I'd be like, yo, shout outs to Red Shirt over there, or shout out to my son Fubu, or like, you feel me? It's little things that connect with the people. And comedy is very like one-on-one. It's crowd work, crowd work. You're a comedy fan and shit. Like I'm a huge comedy fan, so crowd work is definitely very important for me.
As far as comedy goes, I know we're both mutual fans of the History Hyenas. We're glad they're back and signed up to the Patreon. So that means you pay for the comedy, but the comedy is good, so worthwhile. Anybody else out there you listen to on a regular basis, like you can't miss an episode, pretty much?
Shit, man, yeah, a lot. I listen to my son Dan Soder. Wild, funny impressionist right there. And that sucks to write him off as an impressionist, but he does a lot of great impressions.
A lot of good ones.
A lot of good ones. My son Mark Norman. Yeah, I just seen the Dolph Lundgren fucking episode of Dig, right?
Too short, but it was
too short. Yeah. I don't even like how they segue into the beginning of that. I was like, what happened with editing and shit?
And did you notice at the very end when they were done, they do a little credit roll at the end, like he just grabbed the shit and just ran out too. So he was probably on the clock.
It's fucking Dolph Lundgren, brother. You feel me? Like, this guy has to be like 70 years old and still looks like a brick house, pause and shit. But just a lot, bro. My shit is wrestling, podcast, and like video game shit, like Mortal Kombat, Armageddon, like the intro video and shit. You feel me? So it's like that's kind of just what's been playing on my algorithm most of the time.
Nice. Now, talking about wrestling, before we go in depth into La Muerte No Avisa, which we've been meaning to for a while, since we haven't been able to link up sooner, I did want to bring up, I have two other little stray shots, per se, two other little singles you've done before. Not to say little like belittling, but little as in leading up to. Yeah. One you did, which was off of Wolfy Omega, which was, I believe, I don't want to get it wrong, was it Myrtle and Broadway?
Yeah, Myrtle and Broadway, that's a fact.
That's one of my favorite ones from you from early on, as far as like when I locked in to listen to Wolf on Spotify. That was my go-to. That album, of course, alluding to, I guess, you being a fan of Kenny Omega, of AEW fame right now, well before that, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
It's a fucking goat.
I
got my son somewhere around here.
Where, Kenny?
Yeah. My son Kenny right here, you heard? Fucking limp wrist and shit. My son watches over me like Jesus and shit, you feel me? Ready to V-trigger the fucking naysayers whenever. I'm gonna just post them up right there. But yeah, that's the GOAT. That's kind of like what inspired this shit. Dead Bent Inc., which is my son Los 201, my son Phantom Slime 666, and El Blanco Nino. 2 out of the 3 just fucking super wrestling fans and shit. And when I first linked up with them through my son Bojack, they were just sending me beats and it was up, and they were very supportive and shit. And listening to this shit one day, like, it just came to me. I was like, yo, this is Wolfie Omega. We should just do the play on Kenny Omega, name it Wolfie Omega, da da da. My son Chaz, which is also dead bent and shit, did the cover with the wolf doing the Omega pose and shit. You feel me?
Did you have any trouble afterwards, AEW, because of the blatant use of the logo?
Nah, not yet. I'm actually trying to get fucking in contact with my son, Mikey, whatever the fuck. The dude that does the music for AEW.
Okay.
Right, to see what's up and shit, just cause, you know?
Fun fact, off air, of course.
Mikey Ruckus, there you go, Mikey Ruckus.
A fun little fact for you then, in that case, off air, I might be able to pass some info to you as somebody in that company.
Fire. Yeah, we need that, cause, for example, my son, Blaz89 from the Bronx, he did a song for Santana.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? And that now that he's back in WWE, like, that's his song and shit. Ooh, okay. So it's like my son Def getting points off it. That has to be. You feel me? So it's like, that's kind of the point. And yeah, hopefully they don't fucking, like, as soon as they get hip to it, I don't get hit with no cease and desist or whatever. You feel me? Thank God.
Should be good at this point, I hope.
Yeah, hopefully. We still local enough to not get sued and shit. You feel me?
So then I gotta ask you then, since you named Kenny, and it'd be hard to argue, at least with the modern day guys and gals, of course, let's not exclude them.
Of course.
To say that Kenny isn't the GOAT, potentially. Better years are behind him, of course, unfortunately, due to health complications and such. But I'm going to take it you're still actively or passively watching AEW on a regular basis like that?
Negative, twin. They fell off, man. You know, like, I got a fucking chair, I got a belt somewhere and shit, both I got on the arm. I've been to all the Grand Slams, well, like, most of them, like, except for, like, the last one or two here in Queens and shit. I shot the Wolfie Omega video here during a Grand Slam. But it's just, they just fell off, twin. And it's not so much them falling off, but WWE cooking again. Yeah. It's kind of just been, I'm back home and shit, you know? Like, I feel like Cody Rhodes. I feel like Bodie Rhodes and shit. Like, I came back, you know? Like, I did my own thing, and it was awesome, and it was amazing, and it reinvigorated the fucking love I have for the whole shit. Because I stopped watching wrestling for, like, maybe, like, 10 plus years. Really? Like, I missed the whole late 2000s, all of 2010s. And it wasn't until, like, I had no idea about, like, I still maybe, like, I try to maybe, like, get hip to the Japan shit, you feel me? Like, I saw the Young Bucks bumbling and shit and just, like, stuff like that. But it wasn't until fucking I saw Cody Rhodes and Shaquille O'Neal on the TV screen, and then I saw TNT. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You feel me? I thought it was some shit. And then I got hit to AEW. They were cooking, and then they just dropped the ball. OD, twin. It's so disappointing. Yeah. And they technically do have better wrestling, but it's just like the storylines are fucking trash, twin. Yeah. You feel me? Like, that whole
what storylines?
Yeah, like the devil shit with MJF and Adam Cole. I was like, what was the point of that? I don't get it. And there's no payoff anymore. You feel me? It's kind of like, yeah. It's like, damn, fucking Adam Cole, the group is called some new shit. What's it called? I don't even know. The Paragon? I was like, what the fuck? What the hell? I saw a card for one of their shits recently. I was like, damn, twin. Damn, what happened? What happened? It's a shame. Shouts Mikey Ruckus. Don't let the shit fucking deter you from using my music. Please.
So is the next project probably going to be Wolfie Rhodes?
Nah, definitely not. We are going to do Omega 2 soon. Maybe, like, end of the year type shit.
Okay.
Yeah, Omega stands alone, brother. You feel me? Like, AEW or not, that's just the guy. But yeah, his best years are behind him. It's a little sad to see and shit. But, you know, we all got spines and shit.
And do you think there's any chance at all he makes it to the E? Or is that, like, done too?
Who knows? Because it's like, you get into Booker mind and shit, and it's just like, what would they even have Son do over there? You feel me? Like, imagine now what I would do is you move him to the E, right? You get him, you get fucking AJ Styles, and you get Finn together. And that's fuck everything else. That's a t-shirt that's going to sell. Oh, yeah. That's going to sell. You somehow work Bullet Club shit out. I'm positive the Young Bucks own that shit, but it's just like, you work it out. You feel me? You work it out somehow, and you work it out, and you work it out, man, because that's money right there.
Crazy thing too. If Kenny were to go there at any point, they'd all be over 40 clearly, but still able to go.
Come on, man. At least just to get a 5 to 6 year run out of them after this. You feel me? Like, God forbid, but it's just like on and off and shit, and you switch in between all three of them, and then make Finn the guy kind of finally.
Yeah.
Would kind of be the shit to see.
So La Muerte No Avisa comes back out in October of last year, 2024. Produced primarily by Rare Gems.
Yeah, all of Rare Gems. We did a collab beat for one of the joints with Hooks Arthur, another joint with Benji Socrates, everything else Rare Gems.
And don't tell me. I want to see if I got this right. So I know the Hooks Arthur ones is Cabin in the Woods. And that's a co-produced one with him, right?
Exactly that.
And the one with Benji is Tres Golpes.
Yeah, exactly.
And he touched that up a little bit.
Yeah, he did have to be, and also rapped on that.
Yes, he had the final verse.
Yeah.
Definitely. So let's go into it, though. I like to do a track-by-track, kind of play-by-play sort of thing with it, as well as just pick out my favorite lines. Because as a fan of rap, I like picking out stuff that just stands out to me. You being more, I'm not going to say you're like a funny rapper. Don't take me like that. But I mean, like, you happen to be funny while you rap.
Yeah.
And you got bars like that. So first we go with the intro, Reflejos. And it's straightforward. You know, it's a sample, obviously. Y se ve en tu alma reflejo de un muerto.
Yeah.
So basically, you can see it in your soul. It's the the mirror image of a dead person, I guess. Why did that stand out to you as the intro, or to Rare Gem since he produced it?
We got the cover from this, and the whole the whole idea behind the thing. We got it from like this vinyl, this religious vinyl, right? It had the fucking classic like Catholic Jesus, you feel me? White Jesus like that on the back cover like that, just very mystical like that, with the fucking light behind his head and shit, the halo and whatnot. On the other side, it had something very similar to what is shown on the back cover and shit, as far as like the angels and stuff. And what the vinyl was, it was like religious Spanish music and like salsa, or like, you feel me, very just like, it was, I don't know if it was Colombian or Puerto Rican or what it was, but it was just religious Spanish music. And we ripped the intro and the outro from like 2 of those songs.
Okay.
You feel me? So it's like that's what they were talking about on the shit. It was actually like kind of heavy as far as like content, like fucking lyrical content and all of that. Like it was pretty heavy and shit.
Well, shit like that, of course.
That's mad metal, bro. It's like we look into your soul and you see the reflection of the dead. It's kind of fucking metal as fuck. You feel me? Like, then this is a picture disc that my mom could hang up in the living room and shit. You feel me? So it's like, we took that, not only flipped it into the intro, outro, but we took the Jesus and then flipped it into the cover, you feel me, with me with the black veil on and shit.
I had to ask, though, I had to be sure, too, that is you doing that.
Yeah, that's me. We shot that shit here in Jackson Heights at my boy Cash's home studio. He actually shot the shit. My son Anger styled the whole thing. There's a fit very similar where my boy Anger and Omaira Mota, supermodel extraordinaire, who's like also an X-Men and in a Jay-Z video. That's just my favorite anecdotes. They both rocked like the whole like burqa type shits, you feel me? Like, it should look pretty fucking cool. So immediately I knew, I was like, yo, I need you to style me for this cover. This is how I want to do it. I want the backdrop to be blue with the light behind my head and shit. And it came out exactly how we planned it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not too far removed from you, since you kind of got like the Jesus hair just
type shit. Yeah, exactly.
But would Jesus do what you do without the mustache or just the beard, or do you think he'd actually go commit full style?
I think, bro, I don't even think they shaved back in the day. You think they shaved?
Yeah, you know, that's a good point. Yeah, how's he always got like a freshly kempt beard at all times? Like, I mean, it's there, but like it's kind of like they clip it in place.
I know he was from Jerusalem or whatever the fuck, but was his barber Dominican? My son had the year-round shape-up. You think his shape-up resurrects like he does? Oh, man.
Nice. All right, so from there we go into the first official track, not an intro, La Muerte No Avisa, self-titled. you had something that it says, well, oddly enough, you quote of all people, Ice Spice. Plainly, you do. I'm the shit, I'm the fart.
Yes.
Of all modern day, I guess you can call artists to do so. What made you, I guess you could say, sample Ice Spice of all people?
I think it was just trendy, like during the time. You know, she got her own Mercedes Benz.
How so?
Like they made a Mercedes Benz based on her album or some shit like that.
The one she's bent over and looking through her legs back at you?
I don't know if it's Y2K. I don't know. I'm not like I know her music, and obviously she's from the Bronx and shit. And she got a fat ass, and she's a little.
Well, the ass came back. She lost it for a little bit.
She lost it for a little bit. That's the Illuminati weight loss regimen and shit. You feel me? I wasn't with that. That's what happens when you hang out with Taylor Swift and shit. It's just like, nah, bring that bitch back to Dykeman real quick. But yeah, she got her own Mercedes Benz. That's not crazy to you? She isn't even like 2 albums deep. But yeah, nah, I think it was just current times, and like a lot of my shit reflects just current pop culture and shit. Not only current, but just pop culture in general, but mainly what's happening. You feel me?
What's trending right now?
Yeah, type shit.
But yeah, now I'm gonna have to look that up now. I'm curious how she has her own Benz. Does she have like maybe a special edition like Ice Spice, like little emblem style on it, or like or what, like when Nicki was popping, she had like a pink Rolls Royce, I think, or something.
So from what I understand, you feel me? Because I saw like a little video about this, about like how like industry plant artists are being pushed more than ever with brand deals, as opposed to letting the music kind of resonate with people. You feel me? And yeah, bro, to have an artist that's not even like her, I'm not gonna shit on her music. Like it kind of goes. You feel me? It's whatever. It's not terrible, but to not even have like an album and a half out, and you got your own Mercedes Benz fucking brand deal where they made their own specified Mercedes Benz for you, that's kind of Illuminati and shit. You feel me? That's kind of very, very lucrative.
Yeah. I feel you on that. Yeah. I'm gonna have to look more into that, see what happened there.
Yeah.
Well, Benz can't really go wrong. They're a brand that's gonna last forever, so no arguing with that. Next, we go to Contra, which I believe was technically your lead single.
It was. Yes, that was our first single.
Okay. And to point out something fun on that one was, I like your ad-libs. They're yours, they're unique. I haven't heard them from anyone else yet, at least. You know, the like motherfucking YERRR, all right. Well, actually, all right's the one I'm bringing up because obviously we've heard that from Matthew McConaughey plenty of times.
Of course.
Was that your little paying homage to him at all by any chance, or?
Nah, I fuck with my son Matthew, but nah, I think I do all right and okays. I'm not even gonna like leak where I may have got that from, because I don't want that shit to come back and bite me in the ass, you feel me? So it's stuff inspired by something. I may have flipped it into my own thing, but now it's mine.
And nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, creation is just imitation, and then you flip it into it's your own thing.
Definitely. And in that case, since, well, you know, you can loosely associate the all right with Matthew McConaughey, since that's his thing, do you happen to have a Matthew McConaughey flick of choice? Or your top 3 Matthew McConaughey flicks?
Yeah, bro, Interstellar. Interstellar is the is the hood version. Yeah, the ER is the director's cut. You heard? Fucking Dazed and Confused, or he's a whole like fucking pedo, and there's one where he has AIDS or some shit like that. I haven't even seen that one, but that one gets referenced a lot. I want to watch True Detective. I've never seen True Detective, but I know that him and fucking Woody Harrelson cooked on that. Like, it's fucking revered as one of the main, like, joints they actually fucking super put their arm into. So I for sure want to check that out.
Well, actually, let's take a little pause from the album talk. I just realized now I never even asked you, how'd you even get the name Wolf?
So boom. Fucking there's this era of like late 2000s Facebook era, right? If you're from the hood, you already know everybody's middle name was like Stay Wavy or Also Wavy or Been Wavy or Vamping or Vamp Life, or you feel me, like whatever the fuck, middle name placement when you could do that, right? So at the time I was OD into Odd Future, right? That was kind of like my shit. So it's like I put the Wolfgang in the middle, spelled regularly for Odd Future, and also like Amadeus and shit, you know, just to be also cool. So it was Dana, fucking Wolfgang, Danana, right? I'm not gonna divulge my fucking government name and shit. And when I started hanging around the hood a little more, they'd call me Wolfgang, and then Wolfgang turned to Wolf. And then when I first started rapping, it was just Wolf, and then the Wolf turned into Wulf. That's where the U with the 2 dots over it comes in, and then it's Wolf. And then it's Wolfy season. My first tape ever dropped and shit, I called it Wolfy season. So it's like, that's where Wolfy season comes from.
Okay. Interesting.
Hell yeah.
Just figure I had to ask that, because then I completely forget if I never asked now.
100%.
All right, so then we go from Contra to Cabin in the Woods, as mentioned, featuring production by Hooks Arthur. Shout outs to him, of course. He's always been doing this thing with, what's it called he does? The Rec Room thing?
Yeah, fucking the REC joints. Hell yeah, I've been fucking telling him and Butter to fucking quit bullshitting and fucking get back on it, because we need more of those.
Yeah, they took a break for a while, you're right. So Cabin in the Woods, what stood out to me on that one was a couple things, actually. First off, you said, forgot to say pause before I swing liquid swords, which I thought was a really funny and different kind of bar.
Yeah, hell yeah. Technically is rappers trying to steal the sauce. Forgot to say pause. Wolfie swing liquid swords. You feel me? So it's just like they're trying to steal the sauce. Is pause, because obviously pause. And then I swing liquid swords, as in like Jizza Wu-Tang shit. And there we go. Rhyme schemes. The whole shit is a sauce, pause, cause, Jaws. You feel me? Like, it started, yeah, Wolfie smell the blood in the water like I'm Jaws. Wolfie rock the cause, rebel with no cause, steady kicking down doors, the Miller's 5 chorus.
Oh, you pulled Eminem with that doors part, though.
Type shit. Door hinge, 4 orange, whatever. You feel me?
Yeah.
Shouts to Eminem.
Shouts to Eminem. I mean, I've said this plenty of time on my shit before, old episodes, but I guess you could say fell out of love with Eminem after like the Eminem show.
Yeah, same.
Because everything became kind of gimmicky, like Biden to his own. I'm gonna rhyme forever and ever and ever the same schematics and shit.
Yeah, it's a shame. Relapse is actually not that bad of an album. I fucking love Relapse. Relapse, yeah, I should go re-listen to that. There's a lot of good records on that. Beautiful, I think, is a joint off of that. That's pretty, his Fast Life's favorite song, because he's mad depressed. And but yeah, after Relapse, it's kind of like where shit just went left.
Yeah.
And it's a shame and shit. I did a song with my son Poison recently. He's from Jersey, and
Great producer.
OD, I flipped the rhyme schemes of like some old Eminem freestyles for this shit. Because the beat was originally, he used it with the Eminem Improved freestyle over it. I was like, yo, I love this beat. Could I use it? He was like, yeah, go for it. And then I ended up just switching like some words around and rhyme schemes around to like come full circle, pause and shit. And just, you know, do like, people love to shit on Eminem, but people that know, bro, is like, he was the GOAT for a long time. He was mad nice.
Yeah.
You feel me? My son from Colombia recently came through and he was like, yo, I just don't get it. I was like, of course you're not going to fucking get it. Like, you kind of had to be here. You had to smoke Dutches. You had to listen to the fucking freestyles. There were fucking Sway in the Morning freestyles. The fucking... You had to be there. You either were there or weren't there and shit, you know?
Yeah, because the only thing that... Well, besides the... basic song structure. I'm not a rapper, of course, I don't know, but the song structuring of just like, you know, he starts with everything ending in A or like a certain sound, just going the whole song for that, like that threw me off. So like a party trick.
Yeah.
Like a one-trick pony type of shit. But for me, at least, I think my last glimmer of hope of maybe one day we'd get Eminem back of sorts was not the most recent BET Award freestyle. I think the one before when he did Black Thought.
With Black Thought, yeah, fucking
So I forget the third one.
No. I used to be able to fucking recite that shit.
Yeah.
I know the Mos Def part a little more. Yeah,
Mos Def, right.
They all shitted. Even the shady joint was crazy, but then he did the The one with Conway and talking about Trump and shit. That shit was a stinker, brother. That shit was a fucking stinker, man. And it's just like, he doesn't even go outside to have like yes men around, you feel me? So I don't necessarily know what it is. Like I don't know what it is in his case of like his inability just to, could he make a record? I don't even know, because it's like the fucking I Love the Way You Lie shit. That shit sold trillions of gazillions. He can make a record, whatever, but it's just like it's not even like dope anymore, you know. No. And it's a shame. But it is what it is, twin. That's Eminem. He's fine.
So one more thing about Cabin in the Woods was I didn't write down the bar. Forgive me for that. But you were basically calling out. Well, I like that you were extra aggressive sounding, like your tone kind of enhanced on this one. I guess the beat kind of merited that. Mm-hmm. But you were extra aggressive calling out skirt-wearing rappers that suck on titties. So I have to ask you, do you have anything against sucking titties in general?
Nah, sucking titties is lit. And you know what's crazy? That bar was actually meant for like, I'll probably rock a skirt in the city like Mos Def, right?
Okay.
But then like, I don't know if I doubled back or live I spit it like, you'll probably rock a skirt in the city like Mos Def or whatever the fuck. But it was just a play on like the fact that I can get my fashion shit off as well, you feel me? But sometimes you second guess bars, bro, and it's just like I don't necessarily want to be like, I'll rock a skirt, because it's like, that's a little crazy. You feel me?
No offense, I don't think you got the legs for a skirt.
I have nice calves, bro, pause, and shit. I got soccer legs, so watch your mouth.
Okay, my fault.
Yeah, all good.
You got your compression socks and shit.
I do. I got those shits in the closet right now, brother.
Oh, excuse me then. You good. You got the legs for it. Mm-hmm. All right, so then from there you go to the one featuring Mello, NYC, and Benji Socrates, and Benji Socrates actually helped with the production. Tres Golpes. I'm Spanish, I should be able to say that. Oh, yeah. And you said, quote, Mexican bitch swear her pussy tastes like horchata.
Yeah, hell yeah. Horchata, Mexican shorties, hand in hand.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Do you want, I mean, of course, I'm not speaking about your personal life either, but if you had that option available to you, would you prefer a Mexican shorty that was skin tone wise like horchata? Yeah,
man. There's something about like rural Mexican shorties and shit. You feel me? Like, it's the shit. A lot of I don't know what's the general consensus on like Mexican shorties, but I fuck with Mexican shorties. OD. Shouts to Mexican shorties. You feel me? The white ones, the trigueñita ones. I like the trigueñita. The trigueñita ones know how to make a fucking the tortas better and shit. You feel me?
You might be too young because I'm older than you, obviously. But do you remember by any chance BB Gaitan?
Yeah, of course, fucking BB Gaitan. She was a fucking piece, twin. Isn't Talia fucking... Nah, bitch is like from Spain or some shit, no?
I think probably grandparents, but she was Mexican, you know. She was proud of it.
Right? Yeah, I think so. I know she was big in Mexico and shit, but yeah, BB was the shit, twin.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, she got... Well, I think her story was she got married to Eduardo Capetillo. Mm-hmm. And he kept her under lock and key because she was so fine and still in her prime.
He macho man that shit, you feel me? It's just like, I feel like the more you lock them down, the more they're gonna want to get out and shit, you know? So you kind of got to reverse psychology that shit, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And well, you said on that bar, of course, swear her pussy tastes like horchata. I was going to link it back to Cabin in the Woods where I misassumed that you had a problem with sucking on titties. Okay, I guess you don't discriminate either or.
Nah, negative. I think that lowers stress in men and shit, sucking on titties. Like from a maternal sense to like you're with your shorty and you suck on the titties. I'm positive if you x-ray your brain while you're sucking on a titty, like you're good. You feel me? You feel safe. Like you can probably reproduce at that point with no problem of any existential danger and shit. You feel me? Like I'm positive like you're at your best and at your calmest when you're sucking on a titty. Honestly.
That's a good point because at least maybe from a psychological aspect, if you're sucking on a decent sized titty or one exactly to your liking, like maybe you like them big, maybe you like them, you know, like just perky and just present, then you're kind of good. And then you can like suddenly reflect on life like, you know what, this ain't so bad, whatever.
Yeah, I used to be I'm still an ass man by heart and shit and by choice, but I never realized how nice just sucking on titties is. You feel me? It's kind of just like, again, like that you feel your most safest and your most whatever. You feel me? Like you feel gooch. It should be on like Maslow's like hierarchy of fucking self-actualization and shit. Like should be like shelter and then like sucking on titties and then like success or whatever the fuck it is. You feel me? Like definitely sucking on titties should be somewhere in that pyramid.
No arguing with that. I agree with that. So then from there, I'm sure someone familiar with titties too in his own personal life, you go to Ron Burgundy.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite tracks just off a title track alone. You said, quote, "Shame on you if you ain't heard of me," which I think is simple to the point. One of the more, not to say more basic rapper lines, but do you feel maybe you're at the point now kind of getting there where it's a shame on you if you don't know Wolf?
Oh man, it's always been shame on you if you don't know Wolf and shit. You know, like how do I say, like, to maintain like this humility while also maintaining the confidence, it's such a balance to where like I can humbly be like I'm the shit. You feel me? And it's just like not because I am the shit, because I am, but like the work also speaks for that. So it's just like I don't even have to say it. Like the work kind of just says that for me, but I'm also saying it humbly.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Because what I like about this track, besides the titling of the track, is also you said Wolfie straight rap for fun under the table like gum, which I appreciate because it goes back to you being, you're clearly having fun when you rap. You're like kind of, here's some raps. They happen to be good. Take them, I'm doing you a favor kind of thing. But there's no, well, I'm assuming, it doesn't sound like you're really stressful while recording or in the studio. Do you have a lot of takes whenever you're recording, or how's your approach?
It's whatever to make the best record possible and shit. Like a lot of people like to do that one take, one breath shit, and it sounds cool on paper to where like, oh, whatever. But it's like when I can tell you did that shit in one take, because at the end of it you sound winded and shit, that doesn't really impress me and shit. It's, you can hear it in a record. You feel me? You could hear it when somebody's out of breath. You can hear it when they could have added a double to like support the line. So it's just like, I'm not anti plugging in. I'm for whatever makes the best record. Now my rule of thumb is that you have to be able to rap that shit live. You feel me? If you're not able to get through the verse live, 1, 2, 3, you shouldn't be rapping that, or that shouldn't be the way you record it, because then it's like you're fucking this AI at that point. You feel me? It's not even real, because it's like it's more editing than anything. You feel me? And if you're not able to like perform it live or produce the best performance at the time and shit, then maybe you should rework the bar or the stanza or whatever it is, or the rhyme scheme and shit. You feel me? I done had to delete fucking like a whole 6 bars just to rework it and be able to catch a breath and shit and make it more butter than it is and shit,
Okay, so you got like a calm, cool approach to it, but you're not afraid to tweak it when necessary if you catch it yourself, pretty much.
I wouldn't even say cool. I'd say just tactical and shit. It's very like thought out, methodical and shit. Like it might sound cool, it might sound super fucking chill, but there's a lot of thought put into that as far as like how I want the shit to hit. How I want to hit, like whether it's in the pocket or in between pockets or I'm rapping. You feel me? Like how I chop it up in a sense to where like I'm giving the best delivery possible, like enunciating every word, making sure the shit is felt, not only heard as well,
And on this one too, Ron Burgundy was still talking about there's actually a beat switch, which would probably be more of a question perhaps for Rare Gems. But by any chance, when the flute comes in on the second half, is that probably a nod to Ron Burgundy with him being a fan of jazz flute?
Yeah, the whole shit was just, that was the most loved song on the whole album as far as to like experimental joint, you feel me? Like even when we first recorded it, we didn't even know. We were like, yo, are people gonna get this? Is this shit gonna hit or not? This is either the worst shit we've ever made or the best shit we've ever made ever. You feel me? And lo and behold, it turned out like one of the best shits we ever made. And definitely towards the second half, we were done with the first half. We were almost done with the session until my son played the sample. And then I was like, we gotta make this part of the song and shit. And like, yo, I had to rack my brain to even write that second fucking part of the hook and shit. We had to re-record it because that night we were so fucking fried that it came out not sounding like the way it did in the final copy. But it was Ron Burgundy, it's the jazz flute, bro. Pulled that shit out of our fucking sleeves, you feel me? Fucking lit the shit on fire. And that's how really that record came about and shit, you know? We put a lot of pain into that record. There's a lot of methodical, just stress and worry.
Worthy of the name Ron Burgundy. That's a hard-working man right there.
Oh, yeah.
Legend. Then from there you go into 96 Nori, featuring Fast Life and Mad Hatton. I have to catch myself when I pronounce that, because I know they'll fuck me up if I fuck it up. Quote, steady schooling like Mr. Feeney, Wolfie in the stew getting baked like Ziti. I love the baked like Ziti line because that's simple enough, but it's always funny to hear.
Of course.
But are you old enough to remember Boy Meets World like that, to be quoting Mr. Feeney?
My son Corey Matthews, are you kidding me, brother? Come on, Topanga. You shitting me? When they go to college and shit, the horror episode, the Halloween fucking episode and shit, where everybody dies like inconspicuously, and then it ends up being fucking Sean the whole time. Come on, Boy Meets World, brother.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those, I never really gave it a chance. I tried to get into it.
Bugging out. You know Vader was in the fucking episode?
I know that one.
He played the big guy's dad or some shit like that.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Vader.
Oh, damn.
But what do you think about Vader overall? Misused in the WWF, as they always say, you know, underprivileged, you know, in general, or what?
Yeah, he should have fucking rocked Shawn Michaels for stepping on his head like that. That was fucking the mastodon. But also, he was rough in the ring, bro. Who knows, man? Maybe that's karma. Didn't he fucking kill somebody one time or some shit? Or put him out of commission?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Yeah. Like in the ring, like during the shit. And yeah, man. I hate posthumous, like, inductions and shit, you know? And it's just like, who cares? Yeah, I didn't care. You feel me? Like, it's whatever.
Well, China's not even in there yet, too, so.
That's ridiculous. You feel me? You fucking put her porno in there too, you heard? One night in China. There's one where they do a gangbang inside of a ring, and then all the other actors are dressed up as like 80s wrestler stars. So you have like fucking Ric Flair, you have Hulk Hogan, you have the Ultimate Warrior, all doing the gangbang and shit. It's kind of lit. She was also in The Surreal Life. I don't know if you ever seen The Surreal Life. That was my shit on VH1. I feel bad for Janie, her name was, and shit.
Yeah.
That sucks. I'm just happy to know that X-Pac is doing great. Like, you know, like, damn, son. But think about it, bro. No China breakup, no fucking Triple H, no.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like the butterfly effect. She kind of had to die.
Yeah. Yeah. Besides me pointing out the obvious that I wasn't too involved with Boy Meets World, I got to give it a chance. I remember some episodes, catching some whenever they were on, and like, you know, all right, cool. Corey was a little much for me when he was young, and then older. The
younger Corey, I would skip that. I would skip when they're all like young pieces of shit. Also, like I learned after the fact that the cast kind of fucking sucked and shit. As far as like, I heard so it's Corey Matthews and his brother, whatever the fuck Matthews, right? I heard that guy like testified in support of Brian Peck, the producer who molested fucking Drake and Josh.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? So like learning that, and you're just like, what the fuck? You feel me? You know, Topanga's a big wrestling fan. She's always at the WWE shows.
I've seen her, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, shouts to Topanga.
And still looks great.
Yeah, amazing. God bless her. That white don't crack.
That white don't crack, specifically her. And I guess in that case, you also go into Virtuoso, which is, you said, how your girl gave me toppy, best believe that shit was sloppy. Is the best toppy sloppy?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. And I think, I forgot to quote who, some rapper said it. He's like, if, pause, right? He's like, if their ass isn't wet during the sesh, her shit is not, like, valid, you know?
What?
Yeah, because the droop, you feel me? The droop down and shit.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, you feel me? It's self-explanatory.
So if they're not drooling like a Saint Bernard, it's not good?
Yeah, they gotta draw like fucking like Cujo, nigga. Like fucking Cujo at the sight of a little kid inside of a car and shit. Like, yo. Cujo had some fucking saliva, twin. That shit was crazy.
Just scratching away, just dripping away.
Just wilding out, my son Cujo.
Well, let me ask you then. So, Cujo, for me, was always like the only horror movie that actually legit scared the shit out of me. Because if you ever seen a St. Bernard in person, they are big, they are gentle giants, presumed, but if you piss one off, or if, God forbid, it got bit by a vampire bat, I think you're fucked.
Yeah, bro. There's dogs that have weight to them, and not only that, but like you add a little rabies in there, bro, and they might take your neck off and shit. You know?
Yeah.
It's 100% a valid fear, just like Jaws. Even though, like, matter of fact, I take that back. Jaws isn't a fucking valid fear, because it's like sharks barely attack humans like that. I think we kill way more sharks than they do us, and be like, as a result of that movie, you feel me? It's actually the 50th anniversary of that movie this year, and I'm a big fan of the ride at Universal, but still, like, think about how many fucking Japanese people kill sharks on a regular basis. It's kind of
the fin soup, right?
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of very unfortunate and shit. Shouts to sharks, brother.
Shouts to sharks, yeah. Because I think, how did the statistic go? I think I saw some while ago. I think more people get killed by coconuts falling from palm trees. I forget what kind of tree it falls from. And there was some other shit too. Like you might get electrocuted more than you would attacked by a shark or something.
Type shit, yeah. The statistics are very, like, rare for you to actually die of a shark. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I want to fucking avidly run into the motherfuckers at Rockaway and be like, oh, like, cool. Nah.
All right, I could punch you in the nose. Come here.
Yeah, fuck out of here. Or tip you down and shit. I'm good.
Give me your tip.
Yeah, I'm fucking good. I'm fucking good on sharks. But it's just like, I also don't want them to die, OD. You feel me?
Yeah.
I feel like we save more dolphins, and dolphins are way more rapey and violent than they, you feel me? Like, telepathic rape and shit. Like, relax. Like, we're over here killing the wrong fish. I feel like dolphins should get it a little more pause.
They should. I mean, they do come in funny enough colors. Bottlenose, pinked, and whatever.
Yeah, shouts to Pink Dolphin.
Yeah.
The brand, too.
We could do with less of them.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as the outro is concerned, which is titled Cielo de Oro, golden lace sky, I guess you could say roughly. My Spanish needs work. I may be getting this wrong. Forgive me if you're like Spanish like that, you know better. But it sounded like, what's it called? La Procesión kind of music. Like they play when they like, when all the guys gather around the statues and carry it through like the village and everything.
Like I said, again, it was a very like religious song, so that's not even that far-fetched, you feel me? Like, it's very, how do I say, the idea behind it, Cielo de Oro, the whole like album, it's like going from hell to heaven and shit, from the first song to the last song. So it's like you start with the title track, La Muerte, then Contra, then Cabin in the Woods. That's kind of like the rough part. The fucking Ron Burgundy is the transition part. The Tres Golpes and Ron Burgundy are the transition. 96 Nori is like the final like fucking battle. Virtuoso is like, we've made it. And then Cielo de Oro is like the celebration of that.
Right, so proper for an outro. You made it into heaven, you lived your life, you went through hell to make it to heaven like you said. Okay, so that's a proper send-off for the end of the album, if anything. All right, nice. So that brings us to the conclusion of La Muerte No Avisa, a very good project brought to you by, of course, Mr. Wolf himself, Wulf. Where'd you get that from as far as like the enunciation on Wolf? Did that come along? Did someone suggest that to you at all? Or
My son, Eru, we used to call him Udi and shit. My son used to be like, Wolf, the kid Wolf. Right? Because I used to just be like the kid Wolf. I do stuff. You feel me? Like when I'd rap and be like, the kid Wolf. He'd always do this funny ass accent. And I was like, that hits, twin. You feel me? So it was like, it went from Wolf to Wolf. Wolf. Like first it was just with the regular U. But then there's like Ether Wolf, there's too many wolves. There's Yellow Wolf and there's a bunch of wolves and shit. So I felt like adding the 2 dots could help me as far as trademarking goes and shit. Which I don't have my shit trademarked. which I shouldn't let you know that, but soon.
It's up for grabs. Grab it quick.
Yeah, right? Imagine.
Wolf.com up for grabs.
Fuck. But yeah, that's where it came from. My son Eduardo.
Now, do you think you set yourself up potentially for, you know, eventually when you know break bigger and everything too, for the common misconception of it's wolf to some, it's wolf to those that know the real, and you're gonna have to spend your whole artistic life having to correct people like that?
Nah, it's wolfy season. It's wolf, but it's wolf. It's pretty self-explanatory. And I feel like if you read it and you got the accent there, and anybody that's taking an English class and shit, you feel me, has 2 cents, they know to add a little like twang to it and shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you think certain regions across the globe will get it immediately without having to ask?
Yeah, motherfuckers know how to say Young Lean and Blady and, you feel me? Like, and all this fucking crazy shit. Like, you learn to say my name, it's fine.
And if you had to choose anywhere that might get your pronunciation correct as far as wolf is concerned, where would that be?
Fucking Belgium. Germany, probably like all of Eastern European descent and shit, probably. I think so. Maybe Japan too.
You think Japan might actually get the pronunciation down pat like that?
Depends. I just like to hear cause sometimes they add their little twang to it, like the wulfy or whatever the fuck. You feel me? It's very interesting to hear. So it's like when Shorty did the tag for Wolfie no Kisetsu, my homegirl Kiara. She was first hitting that shit with the wulfy and shit. You know, I was like, what the hell? Like, yo, that's crazy. So yeah, I'd love to hear my name ring out there.
Nice. That would be a nice spot. Just, yeah, I mean, if I was still single myself, I'd love to hear any Japanese shorty just struggle with my name.
Yeah, right.
With my cock in the mouth, of course. But yeah.
It's nice.
Definitely nice touch. But nothing lame about this, Wolf, of course.
Mm-hmm.
This is Wolf. Thank you for providing me with the spot to do this in, of course. Outside, I wanted to do originally outside, but God forbid I was going to put you that sort of torture. For free of all things.
It's fucking hot outside, son. It's fine. Yeah, you're more than welcome, brother.
It's only going to get worse, unfortunately, but what's not going to get any worse is this excellent project right here, La Muerte No Avisa, again on all DSPs. Please go support the physical copies. I'm sure you got plenty still available, right, if anything?
Yo, we actually, these are my last 2 copies. This one right here is my personal copy, and there's the last one that we have on deck and shit. We've done well as far as selling them out.
Nice.
Thank goodness.
Well, you've done so well in convincing me that I'm buying this one off of you.
Sweet, let's go.
That's mine, goddammit. Fight me for it if you want to. Fuck you otherwise. But this is mine. I'm taking this right now. I'm going to pay you. So I'm off camera. You don't need to see what I got my funds looking like anyway.
Yeah, yeah. He's going to give it right back right after. Like, I was just for the bit.
Goddamn. You got me. But, yeah, thank you again for the time, Wolf. I appreciate it, brother, as always. For the time, for the talent, for just everything you do. This is, AhhhFuGGiT, I'm WhoThis, at WhoThis1, of course, that's me everywhere on the socials, YouTube and Twitch as well. But please, more importantly, tell them where they can find you. Yeah, it's Wolf, that's Wolf for the U, Big Wolf. It's Wolfy Season always, twin on the gram, it's Lame Wolf. On Twitter, it's Wolfy Season, X, Elon Musk's ketamine dream, fucking X. Most importantly, Bandcamp, wolfyseason.bandcamp.com. Like, you can find this album, you can find Wolfie Omega, you can find Maradona. I got some shit dropping soon, Wolfy Season Singles Volume 1. And I got an album with my son Phil Jackson dropping. It's already done. I'll talk about that when it's closer to that. Nice. And yeah, just holla at me. I'm very non-approachable.
Hey, someone just came up to me and told me that you like disrespectful Latinas. Is that true? Go fuck yourself.
I saw this coming, and my God, I jumped on it with both hands, and she's been holding on. My ass! My ass!
When I think of asses, woman's ass, something comes out of me.
I don't eat ice, I kick ice! You stupid ice!
Why don't you shut up, you ass?
You cannot give up yet. You did not let me or my fat ass down, okay?
Yo, it's over. Alright, it's over. It's over. Move the mic. Move the mic.
Thank you!
Alright.